Liam Payne, one of the stars of the former boy band One Direction, has died.
I had that with P. Diddy. I went over to say hello to P. Diddy, and Jay-Z was there, and Leonardo DiCaprio sat.
All right, I think you've dropped enough now.
31-year-old singer was in Buenos Aires for his ex-bandmate Niall Horan's tour when he died after falling from the third floor on Wednesday afternoon. Harrowing pictures show inside Liam Payne's hotel room shortly after his fatal fall. Argentine media have published troubling images showing white powder, burnt aluminium foil and a smashed TV screen.
Who else is still trying to process the tragic death of former One Direction singer Liam Payne? Even before the shock fades, the dots are already being connected. And guess who's at the center of it all? That's right, none other than Sean Diddy Combs. So where do we begin? Wild conspiracy theories are already circulating, suggesting a connection between Liam Payne's tragic death and a tense encounter with hip-hop mogul Sean Diddy Combs. These claims surfaced just hours after the 31-year-old singer's fatal fall on Wednesday, October 16th. Resurfaced footage from a 2017 appearance on BBC's The Graham Norton Show shows Payne recalling how the rapper had the most evil laugh and how their handshake lingered uncomfortably. "I went over to speak to him and Jay-Z, and as I shook his hand, he just chuckled. The most evil laugh I've ever heard," Liam had said. "So I'm a little bit fearful of that man," he had added. To the amusement of fellow guests David Walliams and Salma Hayek, Payne shared the story of meeting Jay-Z at a celebrity party. "I went over and thought, who's the easy target in this scenario? Who's the one you go to say hello? And I'm thinking, I saw him, Diddy, and getting to the Greek. I'm going to go over there and say hello to him," Payne explained. As he approached and shook Diddy's hand, he recalled the rapper letting out an evil laugh and giving him the longest handshake ever. "I'm just sat there looking into P. Diddy's eyes and thinking, when is this going to end?" Payne explained. He went on to describe another uncomfortable encounter. "The worst of it then happened. There was a whole thing with Jay-Z, and I went to lean in to speak to him, but you can't lean into Jay-Z, you're not allowed to lean in." Payne added, "His bodyguard just shoved me like this and I went flying across the room. I was like, right, I'm just going to sit over here with Ellie Goulding." Payne concluded, "It was a very awkward moment." In the aftermath of Liam Payne's tragic death, a storm of online conspiracy theories has emerged, with some suggesting there may be more to the story than meets the eye. These theories have taken on new life, particularly given the fact that Sean Diddy Combs is currently facing a high-profile trial for sex trafficking and racketeering charges, which have sent shockwaves through the music industry. Some conspiracy theorists are now speculating whether Payne's untimely death might somehow be connected to Diddy's ongoing legal battles, hinting at a deeper, more sinister narrative. The 31-year-old former One Direction star tragically fell 45 feet from the third floor of the Casa Sur Hotel in Buenos Aires on Wednesday, October 16th. What initially appeared to be a devastating accident has now become the subject of intense public scrutiny as authorities continue their investigation. Early reports from officials have confirmed that substances were found in Payne's hotel room, suggesting prior consumption of alcohol and drugs. This discovery has raised further questions about the state of mind Payne may have been in leading up to his fall. However, with conspiracy theories running rampant, some have begun to speculate about the involvement of outside forces, especially given Payne's history of odd encounters with Diddy, particularly one from 2017, which resurfaced following the singer's death. Fans have recalled the strange story Payne once told on The Graham Norton Show about a party where Diddy's unsettling behavior left him uncomfortable. While this might have seemed like a harmless celebrity anecdote at the time, it has now been re-examined through a different lens. In the current context of Diddy's legal troubles and the ongoing investigation into Payne's death, these details are being seized upon by conspiracy theorists eager to draw connections, no matter how tenuous they may be. As the investigation unfolds, authorities are urging the public to avoid jumping to conclusions, but that hasn't stopped the internet from running wild with speculation. Whether Liam Payne's tragic fall was a tragic accident, a case of substance-fueled misjudgment, or something more remains to be seen. But for now, the world waits for answers, as the circumstances surrounding his death grow increasingly mysterious.
A hotel manager calls for help, saying there's a guest who's drunk on drugs and alcohol, breaking everything in the room. And he says he's fearing for the guest's life because of the balcony.
Argentina's prosecutor's office announced on Thursday that they are investigating whether Liam Payne was semi-conscious or completely unconscious at the time of his tragic fall. As authorities delve deeper into the circumstances surrounding his death, social media platforms have become a hotbed for outlandish theories linking Payne's demise to his previous encounter with Sean Diddy Combs. Amid the ongoing investigation, some users have taken to social media to voice their bizarre theories. One user posted, "Liam Payne was put off considerably when he met Diddy for the first time. Liam is now dead. I don't think that is coincidental. Just putting that out there," the post continued. This theory, while lacking any substantial evidence, reflects the growing sentiment among conspiracy theorists looking for connections in the wake of a shocking tragedy. Another social media user shared a clip from Payne's The Graham Norton Show appearance where he spoke about his uncomfortable encounter with Diddy. The user commented, "Liam talking about P. Diddy, they soon shut him down." This has only fueled speculation about the significance of that moment, as viewers scrutinize the interaction for hidden meanings or clues. A third user remarked, "Isn't it funny how this video was circulating last week online and now he's dead?" This line of thinking hints at a perceived pattern that some people are eager to draw between past events and the present tragedy, despite the lack of concrete evidence to support such claims. Additionally, some users have suggested, again without any substantiation, that Payne may have been approached to serve as a witness in Diddy's impending trial. This unfounded speculation adds another layer to the narrative being spun on social media as people seek to connect Payne's death to the high-stakes legal troubles of the music mogul. As the investigation unfolds and authorities work to piece together the facts surrounding Liam Payne's death, it is crucial to approach these theories with caution. While the online discourse may be rife with speculation, the truth behind the tragic fall may be far more complex and grounded than the conspiracy theories currently circulating. As fans and observers await official findings, the focus remains on understanding what truly happened in those critical moments leading up to the incident. A preliminary report regarding Liam Payne's death has indicated that everything suggests he was alone at the time of his tragic fall. According to the prosecutor's office, forensic examinations revealed no injuries that would imply the involvement of a third party, and the autopsy findings align with the conclusion of a fall from a significant height. While these findings may seem straightforward, they come against the backdrop of the powerful individuals implicated in the surrounding theories, raising eyebrows about the nature of the incident.
Emergency Services Chief Alberto Crescenti said initial findings point towards him fracturing his skull. Several images show what is reported to be the inside of the former One Direction singer's luxury suite at the upmarket hotel Casa Sur.
Despite the initial findings, officials are continuing their investigation into the possibility of third-party involvement in the events leading up to Payne's passing. As part of this probe, police are actively seeking two key witnesses who may have been among the last individuals to see the One Direction star alive. Their testimonies could be crucial in shedding light on the circumstances of that fateful night. The investigation's focus on these potential witnesses underscores the complexity of the case, as authorities aim to piece together a clearer timeline and understand what transpired before Payne's fall. As the inquiry develops, there remains a palpable sense of intrigue and urgency, particularly given the high-profile nature of the parties involved and the growing conspiracy theories circulating in the public domain. The search for clarity in this tragic situation continues as fans and the music industry alike await further updates.
Good morning, everybody. Here's a little video of me. It's rude to put hats on the table.
Sorry.
Is this your hat?
Yeah.
Children.
The 31-year-old singer tragically died instantly after suffering multiple injuries, which led to both internal and external hemorrhaging when he fell from a third-floor balcony. Argentine investigators are now actively searching for 2 women who were with Liam Payne at the Casa Sur hotel the night before his shocking death. Reports indicate that both women left the hotel after waiting for the star in the lobby, but whether they were sent by someone remains a mystery. As of now, there is no evidence to suggest that these women were involved in Payne's death. However, police believe they could provide crucial insights into his final moments before the fatal plunge, which occurred around 5 p.m. local time. Adding another layer of complexity to the situation, Payne's girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, had returned to Florida just 4 days before his death. She had expressed her need to go home after their planned 5-day trip was unexpectedly extended to 2 weeks. Her absence during such a critical time has raised questions among fans and observers who are left wondering about the dynamics of their relationship and how it may have influenced the events leading up to Payne's tragic end. As the investigation unfolds, the search for answers continues, with authorities hoping to piece together the circumstances surrounding this heartbreaking incident. The involvement of the 2 women and the timeline of Payne's interactions leading up to his fall are now at the forefront of the inquiry, as everyone seeks to understand how such a promising life was cut short.
Honestly, loved South America, but I hate staying in one place for too long. And we were supposed to be there for like 5 days, turned into 2 weeks, and I was just like, I need to go home. Of course, my seat was 1D. I feel like this.
As more details emerge regarding the hours leading up to Liam Payne's death, a hotel guest staying at the same establishment has recounted hearing violent noises coming from his room. Doug Jones shared his observations with the BBC, stating, "I thought they were doing construction. There was so much banging, doors slamming most of the day. It was loud, bizarre," said Doug Jones. "Later I heard the sirens thinking perhaps there was a fire somewhere. And then I heard a very loud scream." Jones's account raises questions about what was happening inside Payne's room prior to his tragic fall. The description of the sounds, coupled with the activity of hotel staff, paints a picture of a chaotic scene that could offer insights into the events leading up to the incident. As investigators continue to piece together the timeline, this eyewitness testimony could prove crucial in understanding the circumstances that led to the heartbreaking loss of the former One Direction star. As the investigation progresses, it remains to be seen whether these reports will lead to any new findings or reveal a clearer picture of that fateful night. The combination of noise and staff activity has sparked intrigue and speculation among fans and authorities alike, further deepening the mystery surrounding Payne's untimely death.
I was in my hotel room, 2 floors below and directly below, and saw the body fall through, looking out the window, saw the body fall, and obviously heard.
He continued, "So about 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m., I started hearing some more noise. I was still doing work, and I heard a really loud, violent scream around 4:45 p.m., 5 p.m. It was at that moment he realized something was seriously wrong, as he noticed the entire road outside was filled with police vehicles. Authorities were called to the hotel at approximately 5 p.m., following reports of an aggressive man who appeared to be under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Upon their arrival, they heard a loud noise emanating from the inner courtyard. Tragically, Payne died instantly from multiple injuries, including a fractured skull. As the investigation continued, detectives reportedly seized several items from the singer's suite, including a bottle of whiskey, a lighter, a phone, and a notebook. Local media outlets have since published troubling images believed to be from Payne's room, depicting white powder, burnt foil, and a damaged television screen. Police also discovered medications in his hotel room, including clonazepam, a drug prescribed for conditions such as epilepsy, involuntary muscle spasms, and panic disorders. This finding adds another layer of complexity to the narrative surrounding his untimely death. Adding to the already chaotic backdrop, Liam Payne's tragic passing comes at a time when Sean "Diddy" Combs is awaiting trial on multiple sex trafficking and racketeering charges. Just days prior, on Monday, October 14th, 6 new lawsuits were filed against Diddy, following a dozen others lodged over the past year. These complaints allege that Diddy subjected various individuals to abuse throughout his career, including horrific allegations made by his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, last November. As the investigation into Payne's death unfolds, the convergence of these events, both personal and legal, has left fans and the music community grappling with the implications of this tragic loss amid a backdrop of serious allegations and ongoing legal battles. The focus now turns to uncovering the truth behind the circumstances of his death and the connections to the wider narrative surrounding Diddy and his controversial past.
More legal trouble for Sean Diddy Combs. 6 new lawsuits filed against him. This time, 4 men and 2 women are accusing the hip-hop mogul of...
This wave of accusations was swiftly followed by several more individuals stepping forward, culminating in a criminal investigation that led to Diddy's indictment by a grand jury last month. Reports have emerged depicting the Grammy winner as a violent figure towards women for decades, wielding his influence in the entertainment industry to silence his victims. Many have drawn alarming comparisons between Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein, dubbing him the Epstein of music. Former friends, acquaintances, employees, artists from Bad Boy Records, and industry insiders have told Rolling Stone that Diddy presents a menacing facade, using his public celebrity persona to mask a troubling history of... Amid these shocking revelations, another distressing detail has come to light. Just days before his tragic passing, Liam Payne experienced a significant setback when Universal Music dropped him from their label. Originally signed to Sony during his time with One Direction, Payne transitioned to a solo career in July 2016 at the age of 22, when he signed a deal with Capitol Records, a Universal-owned label. He was reportedly elated to secure the contract, which was believed to be highly lucrative. However, due to recent internal restructuring at Universal, Payne found himself placed under the main Universal label, a shift that may have contributed to his turmoil. Loud, and a judge on the show, was among those who evaluated his performance. "I remember him as a 14-year-old turning up to audition on The X Factor, blowing us away with his Sinatra rendition. He just loved to sing." Dermot O'Leary, the host of X Factor, the British reality show where One Direction was formed in 2010, took to Instagram to express his sorrow. Despite his talent, Payne was initially dismissed and faced multiple rejections before being brought back to the competition twice. Ultimately, he was cut by executive producer and judge Simon Cowell, who, recognizing his potential, encouraged him to return in a couple of years. These recent developments paint a complex picture of Payne's life and career leading up to his untimely death. As the investigations continue into both his passing and Diddy's legal troubles, the intertwining narratives serve as a reminder of the dark undercurrents that can exist within the entertainment industry. Fans and observers are left grappling with the profound loss of a talented artist whose life was marked by both remarkable achievements and profound challenges. At the age of 16, Liam Payne auditioned again for the competition's 7th season in 2010, where his Michael Bublé-inspired cover of Cry Me a River garnered him a standing ovation from Simon Cowell. Although he did not advance as a solo artist, fate intervened when guest judge Nicole Scherzinger suggested that he and his future bandmates, Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Zayn Malik, and Louis Tomlinson, form a boy band under Cowell's mentorship. This pivotal moment led to the formation of One Direction, who captured the hearts of millions as they made their way to the finals, ultimately finishing in 3rd place. Their journey from that moment transformed not only their lives but also the landscape of pop music, establishing them as one of the most successful boy bands in history.
Liam, how are you?
How you doing, Simon? You all right?
Nice to see you.
In the weeks leading up to his tragic death, Liam Payne faced criticism from One Direction fans online for what they perceived as attention-seeking behavior during Niall Horan's concert on October 2nd. On Snapchat, he had announced his attendance at the show and expressed his desire to square up with Horan. Following the concert, Payne was seen eagerly engaging with fans, taking photos with them outside his suite. His enthusiasm didn't stop there. He continued to pose for more pictures with fans after the show concluded. The singer later shared a heartfelt post on social media featuring a photo of himself and Haran, expressing how proud he was of his former bandmate. Despite the negative comments from some fans, Payne's genuine affection for his bandmates and his willingness to connect with fans remained evident. On October 14th, just 2 days before his death, Liam Payne's ex-fiancée, Maya Henry, made troubling allegations about their relationship during an appearance on the Dead Internet podcast. She described their relationship as toxic and recounted chilling moments where Payne allegedly threatened self-harm as a manipulation tactic. Henry revealed that she and her family had offered him help by suggesting a rehab facility, which he reportedly ignored. Additionally, she disclosed that she had sent him a cease and desist letter after he allegedly continued to contact her through her iCloud accounts.
Message me ever since we broke up, like, oh, I'm not well. He would always play with death and be like, well, I'm gonna die.
Maya Henry further alleged that Liam Payne's family had cautioned her against publishing her first novel, Looking Forward, which was released this past May and inspired by true events. Given the book's subject matter, a woman's traumatic experience with a famous man, fans speculated that it drew from her relationship with Payne. In the novel, the main character Mallory is coerced by her partner into undergoing a painful at-home abortion. Subsequently, she is discouraged by her partner's team from seeking medical treatment for hemorrhaging due to fears of being seen in public. While the plot is complex and rumors have circulated about possible connections to Diddy, investigators are expected to uncover the truth behind these intertwined narratives and bring clarity to the situation. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.